Okay, hi everyone. My name is Sam, and I'm going to be answering the week 6 discussion board questions. I do have my notes off to the right hand side, so excuse me if I look over a little bit just to keep my train of thought organized. All right, so first I'm going to be answering the question, describe how you would feel and what you would do if the government did not recognize your marriage. So with regards to marriage of same-sex couples, if I was in that position and the state would not recognize my marriage or even consider making my marriage a legal option, I would be very offended. I would be hurt. I think that it would make me feel as though my relationship and my love with this person is less than that of people that have opposite sexes in their relationship. I think that one problem that we have is oftentimes people tend to mix up what is morally and ethically right with what happens to be the law. And in cases where the law is not supporting same-sex marriages, I think that people oftentimes use that as an excuse to say, well, this is wrong and this is not natural. And if it's not regulated by the government and it's not allowed, then it has to be wrong. With regards to what I would do, I would try and do as much as I can. So first and foremost, I would probably go to a state where marriage is legal for same-sex couples and get married. Outside of that, if my state that I lived in did not allow same-sex marriages, I would, be very vocal in writing to state and local government and try and make sure that my opinions on the matter are heard. Aside from that, I guess the most I could do is try and organize local marches, local information sessions, and just kind of make sure that the information is out there and that people know that this is an issue that we are trying to change, especially if there are more people in the community that are also in same-sex marriages or relationships, that they would also know that people in their community are working towards making things different in their environment. So the next question I'm going to talk about is the dangers of a single story. So watching the video that was available and linked here, I couldn't help but see, all the problems that we see with single stories. So this woman was talking about how growing up, all she heard about was white children who drank ginger beer, which is kind of funny to think that ginger beer was in a child's story. But I think that this is something that no matter where you are in the country, it's prevalent in your environment. So this is a little out there in terms of examples, but I have a 3-year-old, and for his birthday, we just took him to see Ralph Breaks the Internet. And growing up watching all the Disney movies, there was a scene in there where all the Disney princesses are sitting around in like this lounge area and sort of chatting together. The female character in the Wreck-It Ralph video comes in and she's getting advice from these Disney princesses, and they're kind of playing a joke on this single story that some of the Disney movies have presented children with, of a white princess, a strong man coming to their rescue, the fact that they need a man to save them. And though it's taken to the extreme, it actually is something that's relevant in our society today. I think the problems with a single story is that these ideas and these images that are provided to you and that are the only reference that you have, you start to think that anything outside of that, anything outside of that image that you are given is wrong or not natural and should be looked at differently, that its value, because it's not the same story, is less, which is not the case. And then lastly, I'm going to tackle the question of why do you think the word gay as a descriptive word is more socially acceptable than ethnophallicisms. Sorry for the pronunciation of that word. So I think there are a couple factors that go into this question, to the answer of this question. First, I think that yes, gay is more socially acceptable than other slang terms like a wetback or, even a dago for Italians. I think that one of the reasons that is because we've become lazy in our language. So we've resorted to using the word gay instead of saying what we really mean, which was covered in the video. I actually don't have his name, I apologize. Covered in the video that was posted, Ash Beckham. The video that Ash Beckham posted, he, called out the fact that we've become lazy and not really saying what we want to convey. So instead of saying, oh, that's silly or that's, stupid, we use the word gay instead. And I think that how prevalent that is in our vocabulary, it has made it more socially acceptable to use the word gay instead of really saying what we mean. Next, I think that when you say the word gay, it doesn't really translate to an image of a human being in your head, whereas it may when you use the word, a wetback or a dago. So, I'm in an Italian-American family, and when people say the word dago, they almost immediately think of an Italian-looking person. So someone with, darker hair, darker eyes, maybe a little bit olive complexion, and it kind of puts this idea in your head of what this person looks like. That term almost humanizes an idea in your head. And I think when people use the word gay in slang and in everyday vernacular, it doesn't do the same thing. So I think that is one of the issues that have led to the term gay being more socially acceptable. And I think that is it for my answers. I look forward to looking at everybody else's video and hope you all have a great day. All right, bye.